Hello and welcome to Rants the Boys, the only boys podcast that thinks a barn is exactly where the Son of God should be. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Well, traditionally he was born in one.
Well, a manger was what I was going to say, but close enough, like.
In fairness, very common Irish insult.
And
well, not insult, but comment.
What, were you born in the barn?
Yeah, every time you leave a door open.
Yeah. So finally, here we are at the finale.
Yeah.
The Boys, Season 5, Episode 8, Blood and Bone.
The end.
The end. Well, not for us, because this is definitely going to be a two-parter, and then we're going to have a wrap, and who knows how long the wrap will go for.
Yeah.
And then we might have, we have a whole other season or show coming. But yes, the end of The Boys. The last episode of The Boys.
And it kind of worked out. I need to go back and listen to like the season 1 wrap and where we thought everything was going to go. Because I'm pretty sure we were like, what if only Butcher died?
We definitely said we wanted 5 seasons early on. We said we wanted 5 seasons.
Yeah, 5 seasons is a nice arc for it because going with the comic books, they stuck to some story points, they moved away from others.
Yeah, we said we didn't think they'd go the clone route.
Which they didn't do. The clone route made no sense. You'd have to introduce it too early on.
Yeah, we were fairly certain, and I'm pretty sure we said that we thought they would eventually go something similar to the final storyline of the comics, if not the exact same. And they kind of did, because there's a virus, although it's not a virus, it's a blowy-uppy thing.
Yeah.
Butcher is still the ultimate bad guy at the end, but they don't play it up as much here. But yeah, I think we'll do that for the season wrap. We'll go back and we'll listen to our earlier predictions and see what we got right and what we got wrong.
Big anticipation going into this, because it was like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, as you will know, having listened to our previous episodes, we had a couple of issues with the season anyway, but I am actually really happy with the finale overall.
Yeah, like I felt satisfied by it. I'm happy with the conclusions of a lot of characters.
Yeah, I'm happy with
There's a couple that I'm pissed with, but...
I'm more or less happy with all of them. And the Soldier Boy thing, I can understand why they left him in the tube.
Yeah, it was just, I was like, why bring him back at all?
There wouldn't have been enough time for him in this episode.
Yeah, no,
As for his overall inclusion, I think save that for season wrap as well, because I want to go back and watch the whole season before we do the season wrap and just see how it, because when we're recording... We watch them record, then go back to the next episode a week later, and I think we always get a better feel for the season after we watch from start to finish.
Like flip flop.
Oh, he has been
from
absolutely
episode to
flip floppy,
episode, and it's just very whiplashy. So no time for him in this. This was nice. It was smooth. It was coherent. Yeah, gathered everything together, and then basically James Cameroned it. Yeah,
pretty much. Well, kinda. It is basically it's a story, an episode of 2 halves. And half one ends with Homelander dying. Yeah. Then everything after that is just character stuff.
Yeah.
So in the first half, it definitely
wrap up.
It definitely follows the James Cameron.
I was like, are they going to do the Animal House stills with the text? And they kind of did the Batman, whichever one it was. Because I was like,
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, because I was like, if there's a ghosty Frenchie.
The shitty Bane film. I can't even remember what it's called.
That is Dark Knight Rises.
Returns? I don't know. I always get them confused with the comic name as well.
Yeah. Whatever one. The last one, when Michael Caine thinks he's dead and he sees him in Italy.
Yeah. And not Robin finds the Batcave. Yeah. Yeah. They kind of.
And then we never see him again.
Well, we never saw any of those films again.
But I actually thought they were going to do that, and then realized there was like way more of the episode.
It was like, oh, hang on, there's still like a half an hour left.
Yeah. I was like, oh, what now?
But no, they did a good job. And they, of course, being Phil Segriscia, as we already said earlier on when he showed up in the season, we pointed out that he was going to be doing the finale. I said I was confident he wouldn't fuck it up, and he didn't. David Reed and Judalina Nera wrote the episode. David Reed, old hand. Judalina Nera came on last season and did the old McFoddy's Farm episode. Yes. So, 2 damn good writers there as well. I'm just a little bit sad maybe that Anselm Richardson wasn't involved.
Yeah, just for some, madness.
Because he's done so many of my favourite episodes. And obviously Kripke was involved as well in terms of the writing and being showrunner. I've just realised I haven't written a summary for this episode. Last episode ever, and I was like, I'll just wing it. I knew I was going to wing the intro, and I didn't write down who the writer and the director were, because I knew I could look it up on IMDb.
Oh, so you have nothing to fuck up?
No, well, I don't normally leave my fuck-ups in. But I'm pretty sure when we started out, I just used the IMDb promo.
Yeah, and they were shitty, so you and they were shitty,
and this one is no better. Yeah. Because
but for a while they weren't descriptions because they were the vault, whatever it was. Like some of them are really funny where it was like
normally whatever you see on IMDb or on Amazon as the episode descriptor,
it is on IMDb,
but only for the first day.
Yeah,
and then people can start adding their own and whatever. So the plot summary for this one is: with everything at stake, the boys abandon it all for one final showdown. What do they abandon? If everything is at stake, they go in for a final showdown. They're not abandoning anything. They're doing So let's see if I can just do one on the fly. Apparently I couldn't.
No, you failed.
I failed miserably. So let's see if old trusty writing it down is any better. When Kimiko discovers the experiments have worked, the boys are ready for one last run at the would-be god. And as Homelander prepares to announce that godhood to the world, Ashley might finally step up, Ryan might come in from the cold, and the Deep might finally get the message.
Yes.
The Deep never gets the message.
No, he does not.
He never ever learns that he never gets the message. The only thing he's good at is bro wordplay.
Oh my god, he has had some amazing lines this
Bro
season.
Wade.
Doggy Dog World is my all-time favourite. I want it on a hat. And the delivery of that final no.
Look.
The fact that is not a gif. And
it can't be a gif because the best thing about it is how he says no. Like,
oh my god.
Chase Crawford, you fucking legend. The screaming
that happened in this house when he did that, and it was paused, rewind, watch that again about 15 times.
I mean, that wasn't the only moment. There was a lot of shouting at the screen in positive, like Ryan talking at Homelander, and all that stuff with the Deep and Annie on the beach. That's fucking hilarious. And obviously then the big moment where we were like hoping that something was really hoping something was going to happen, and then it happened and we fucking died laughing. But we'll get on to that point when we get to that point, because I have a feeling that'll be in part 2.
Yes.
So for the minute, we will start at Frenchie's funeral, which is fucking hilarious in itself.
Yeah, so...
And well worth pausing a certain moment.
Yeah, to read the entirety of that note.
Because, it opens with Frenchie being buried, very sad-looking Kimiko.
Yeah, they're out at the farm.
Wherever Jordan and Marie and Emma have been hiding out.
Yeah, because, Emma.
Yeah, Emma for like 10 seconds, but I was happy to see Emma.
So he's been buried there, and they're having a moment, and Huey has a letter from Frenchie to read out, and he skips the entire first paragraph. The
first paragraph is addressed to him.
Yeah. So
I happened to pause it, and it was really hard to fucking read, and then you have much better eyesight than me, so you were able to work out the bits that I couldn't, but it's basically an address to Huey that says,
make sure
it's the plans for his funeral.
I think it's probably from when he thought he was going to die in the internment camp.
Well, when they thought they were all going to die. Yeah.
It's like basically I've always thought I could trust you. Would you mind taking care of my funeral arrangements?
Yeah.
And I want you to get a big, make sure everybody has glow sticks.
Yeah, the things we could work out for certain was every guest is supposed to have glow sticks and be high on MDMA.
Yeah, make sure you get a big old bag of MDMA.
It says everybody should be rolling by the time it looks like Brazilian trap playlist.
Which makes sense for Frenchie if you've heard Brazilian trap music. It's fucking awesome.
So what we've been able to piece together is that
everybody should be...
Everybody is supposed to be, off their faces on MDMA.
By the time he reads this.
And waving their glow sticks around when he starts reading it. And that would make the butthole stuff way more appropriate.
Yeah. Because he's seen everybody's buttholes.
I'm just a little bit upset that he just disrespected Frenchie's wishes.
For everybody to be high.
I was like, read the whole thing out anyway. Yeah. And he can't make everybody get high, but at least offer them the glow sticks and the MDMA. And I didn't hear any Brazilian trap.
No.
But it's pretty funny. I was a bit weirded out by the fact that we got his full name.
Well, I did of Unsane Mind
and Haggard Body. Yeah, I like that. I don't know, I was fine with just Kimiko and Serge were fine.
Yeah.
And he largely went by Frenchie, but we got Kimiko's full name. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Because her brother Kenji,
that's
how we find out her.
Calls
well,
her
no, but when he is mentioned, his surname is mentioned, and that's how we found out her surname, I think. And we just knew he was Serge from the flashback in season 2, and I was fine with that. I don't know, it's just a bit weird knowing his full name. I don't know.
It's his last will and testament. He's entitled to put down his full name.
Yeah, You're
supposed to. But
he talks about having seen each of their buttholes.
Yes, and that makes them family.
Well, it's crypty. He's going to be doing found families.
Yeah. And it was all worth the hell because he had one moment of heaven.
Yeah, I liked how after all the butthole talk, he talks about wiping his slate clean to get into heaven. But if he didn't, he found it on Earth in Kimiko's arms. No, it's nice. It's a nice farewell to him. And as Hughie says that line about having found love in her arms, or heaven in her arms, the ground starts to rumble and dirt starts to rise in that telltale way we've seen before.
Yeah.
And it's also a particularly nice setup for the very end of the episode.
Yeah.
Because it ain't anger she's feeling there.
No. But Sage notices it and Butcher notices it.
Yeah. And then title card.
Yes.
And one last silly ad about Mavericks and Renegades. And the ones who have the power to change the world are the ones who often do. It's kind of like, well, no shit. The ones who don't have the power to change the world can't, by definition.
It's a lot harder.
But
it's a Homelander's address is Easter Sunday. Homelander. Easter Sunday.
Well, Homelander reboots the universe. I like how that's how they're teasing it.
Yeah,
they're
Homelander
not giving
any Easter Sunday. His address is now from the White House.
Yeah,
which I was just like, that's hilarious. But there's a UFC match on in the White House like in 2 weeks, so it's kind of hard to laugh at it.
At least in this season, nobody can accuse them of deliberately.
No, because
doing this shit to take on Trump.
Yeah.
Because this was all written and filmed
like
long
last
before
year.
Trump started doing all the shit he's been doing in recent weeks.
They finished
like his gold statue.
Prime Principal filming on this finished like sometime last year?
I think by the time Gen V season 2 was finishing up, they had already finished filming season 5. Yeah. So by the time we were watching season 4, season 5 was probably mostly written.
Yeah. So and like you can't really.
It's you can't accuse him of being deliberate, he's just doing this to make fun of Trump.
Yeah, they were just trying to be extreme, and satire apparently is hard now because you can't out-satire.
This is the world we live in, and this is why we talk about fictional TV shows. So let's stop talking politics. That ad, however. Like we've missed some of the ads
by not being
America. Yeah, the Firecracker ad was supposed to be some Nicole Kidman AMC ad.
We don't have AMC
cinema here, so didn't see it. But this one, I know this one. The here's to the Mavericks, here's to the Renegades, and I'm pretty sure it's like a fucking, I don't know, a
Bud Light.
Yeah, it's an alcohol. It's Jack Daniels, or it's Budweiser, or it's something like that, or maybe it's a piss tape. Maybe it's a piss tape beer ad.
Is it Pisswasser?
No. I'd know if it was Pisswasser.
This is beer?
No, I can't remember. I tried looking it up, but my memory of it was too vague for Google to be of any use. So if anybody knows what that ad was supposed to be taking the piss out of directly, let me know. But yeah, Ryan's watching it.
Yeah, he finishes watching it and he
knocks
hears
off
a
his
noise.
shitty old TV and hears a noise and looks outside and Homelander's already at the door.
Yeah.
Very quietly saying, "It's okay, I'm not here to hurt you." To which Ryan is like, "What, like last time?"
Yeah. Because that's it. Like, Ryan in that moment is like, I'm dead. He thought I was dead.
No.
He left me for dead.
I don't think he thinks he's necessarily going to die there. Because Homelander is there to try and bring him back into the fold.
Yeah, because he's like, why are you here? The Son of God shouldn't be living in a barn. And it's like, that's exactly where the Son of God's supposed to be.
But yeah, he says that, he's...
You can have a whole floor in Watt Tower.
Yeah, he's
Things have changed. Come back, it's time to come home.
Yeah, like I am ascended now.
He should have gone with the prodigal son line, but he doesn't know his Bibli.
No, he doesn't know his Bibli.
No.
Well, it's the same pitch as he gave to him before, which is I pushed you away last time because I was trying to put too much on you, but now it's okay. I'm going to be God, so you can do whatever you want. Like, that was how the last conversation went.
Like, because that's how he comes in. He's like, it's okay. I'm a God now. I've ascended. I'm immortal.
So that's the only thing. The only difference between the last conversation he had with Ryan and this conversation is the last conversation was I'm going to be immortal, and this conversation is I have become immortal. Everything else is pretty much the same.
But the time before he was like, I don't need you now. You can go on and live your life. Whereas now he's like, no, I need you to come back.
But he's saying you can have a whole floor. You can come and go and do whatever you want. So it's effectively the same. Yeah. Like the words are different, but the offer is exactly the same.
Yeah, but you still have to be my little puppet on a string and march to my tune and follow me.
But Ryan's like, look, if it's about blood, you've got your racist ass dad. Like, go with him. He's like, Soldier Boy doesn't matter, which means Soldier Boy rejected me, so I've come back to you. Because that's what he's done throughout the entire run of the show.
He just bounces from
not even father figure. People he thinks love him.
Yeah.
It was Stillwell to Maeve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think it was Maeve first and then Stillwell.
No, but when he's feeling rejected by
he goes
by
to
one,
these
he goes
figures.
to the other. Like I think when he's feeling rejected by
Stillwell,
he goes to I think maybe it's in season...
When he has Doppelganger be Stillwell and then be him.
Yeah, he bounces
Who's a big strong boy?
He bounces from like Stormfront to Ryan.
Yeah.
When Stormfront is a bit rejecting, he goes to Ryan. When Ryan rejects him, he goes back to Stormfront.
Look at how he reacted just bounces to Stormfront fucking ignoring him. He burned her trailer down.
So yeah, he just bounces. I think that was why he went back to Ryan, actually. Yeah. So yeah, he just when one person he loves rejects him, he goes to the next person that he loves that he thinks loves him, and that's just, but that's
100% conditioning.
But it's just so predictable that I love it because that's what he is like. And yeah, so he got rejected by Soldier Boy in the last episode.
Yeah, because Soldier Boy was going to leave, so he choked him out, made sure
he couldn't leave,
put him in a tube,
and now he goes to Ryan, and
Ryan, come home.
He wants Ryan to choose him.
Yeah,
that's all he ever wants is somebody to choose him, and that's what he wants with all of these people.
Yeah, choose me.
Yeah, he wants, and I think that's why he's upset, or not upset, but why he's hesitant to the idea of our father swaying anybody.
Yeah,
because he doesn't want to have to sway them.
Yeah,
he just wants them to love him for who he is.
If there was ever anybody who needed a really big dose of psilocybins,
oh fuck yes. There's some of that tea that Kevin had in season 2. But Ryan's there to call out his bullshit.
Yeah, and I really thought Ryan was going...
does he call it. That's when Ryan thinks he's going to die. Because he's like, I love the way he delivers it as well. He goes, Dad. And Homelander's like, oh my God, he calls me Dad.
Yes.
Get fucked.
Yes.
Yes, go on, Ryan.
Yes.
And Ryan fucking gives it to him.
Oh
and tells
my God,
him that
he's pathetic.
You were already the most powerful person in the world, and you were fucking
sad
pathetic
and miserable,
and childish and miserable, throwing tantrums when you didn't get what you want. Why on earth would fucking giving you more power make you any less miserable and any less lonely? Like, you are just, like, look at how bad you are. You're trying to scare people into making, loving you and thinking that you're a god. Like, that, no god would do that.
Yeah, and
like,
he says that to him. He goes, you're no god.
And
it's just I was reminded earlier today of the fact that Stan Edgar also told him he wasn't a god.
Yes. Oh, no.
And that marvellous speech that Stan Edgar does.
One of the things I have really, really liked about this season at large is a lot of the, not just callbacks, but full circle moments that they've been giving us throughout.
But
like,
that everybody,
Annie and Maeve,
that
and
is
Annie
now
and Marie,
everybody in Homelander's life that he has kind of loved, respected, admired,
or wanted there,
validation from, has called him weak, pathetic, sad, lonely, miserable.
Yeah,
and they've all been like, and you're not a god.
Stan in particular with the great line of, you're no god, you're just bad product.
Yeah.
And then Soldier Boy, the last episode, you're not a god, you just had a wet dream about a chick with big tits.
That makes it.
and here, you're not a god, you're just a miserable, pathetic, lonely coward.
Yeah.
Who just has more power and will be more of that.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan is prepared to die at that moment. When he's delivering that, he is ready to die because he knows he's rejected Homelander. But surprisingly, Homelander doesn't. He's like, oh, you don't understand. But you will.
Yes, you will. And I'm surprised he didn't take him then, but I think he wants him to come to him willingly.
Yeah, he still thinks that he can. He's still on this like benevolent god buzz.
Yeah.
Or what he thinks is a benevolent god buzz.
Yeah, dude, pick a god. Just pick a side. Like, there is nothing worse than wishy-washiness.
Oh, well, that's him. That is just Homelander. Like, even the speech later on.
He's
the second coming, but
up.
the first really. He just can't help it. He can never help himself.
No, but
he always thinks he knows better, and he never does, and that just makes him fucking fly off the handle from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And
he has no emotional regulation. He's never had to grow up. He is a child chomping around the place with all this power, and we get to see the child later on.
Oh yes, I cannot wait.
Like, because that is at the core. That is the very core of Homelander. Is that scared kid?
Oh yeah. And
he is front and center.
The only reason that he's generally not scared all the time is because he has the
he has all this power.
He's
a bully. Yeah. And what happens when you take away a bully's power?
But that's why the only thing that has ever been able to hurt him is these emotional things.
Yeah.
That's why
because
those people still survive as well. Because that's the one thing he can't fight against is those crushing emotional fears that he has, and when people can tap into them, he can't defeat them.
He doesn't kill those people because he wants to prove them wrong and be like, haha, look.
I think there's many layers.
Yeah, I always thought it was partially that.
Oh, it's partially that.
That it was partially in a, well, fuck you, and I'm going to find you later. Like, he does it a bit with Stan.
Yeah, he does want to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
But I think it's also...
Like, when he greets Stan again,
he can't kill somebody who's not afraid of him.
No.
Because he's not strong enough to kill somebody who's not afraid of him. He can only kill people who are afraid of him.
Around, shoot him in the back.
But back on the ranch, or farm, or whatever it is, MM and Huey...
Yeah, because he just leaves then after, like, with Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, you'll come to me. Yeah, so they're all sitting outside. Kimiko's sat off in the field.
MM and Huey are discussing whether or not
MM
she has powers. He's bandaging up one of the people from last week, yeah. And he asks if Sage has seen any signs that it works, and Huey says no, and he's like, oh, well, Frenchie died for nothing then.
Jordan comes over and is like, that girl has rip your arm off and fist you with it energy.
Yeah.
And Huey's like, she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
They're like, when you leave, and they turn around and look at the porch where
it says,
Marie's
good question,
sitting talking to Starlight, and she's like, yeah, good question. And it focuses over to them.
Yeah.
They're discussing driving all these
getting
people
all these people
that they've rescued to Canada.
Yeah, and Maria's still taking that as a...
You're trying to get us
out
of here.
Yeah, we want you to run out of here.
And she's like, no, I want you to save these people because they can't stay in America with Homelander because they're basically they've been saved for death. So what you can do is actually actively save these people's lives.
Yeah.
By getting them to Canada. And then you can meet up with your crew.
And focus on saving one person at a time.
Yeah.
Small saves.
Small saves. Getting people out. Do small. We went too big last time.
Yeah.
Homelander's power is far too great.
Marie's response is basically like, what? So we do that while you go off on
a suicide mission. Yeah.
Emma has shown up at this point and interjects once or twice, but I can't quite remember what she says except for when she leaves, and it's like,
well, they're like, why should we be saving these people who were like sucking Homelander's hog?
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, and everyone stares at her, and she's like, what?
Yeah.
And then there's a couple more things, and she makes another kind of quip and
about Canada or suicide. That's a horse race. Yeah. And then it's like, right, I'm getting out of here.
Oh, right. Like, sincere conversation. Right, off I fuck.
But yeah, Annie then calls back to her conversations with Maeve that we had talked about previously, about how Maeve had given up and Annie was the annoying little shit who was trying to make her not give up.
Never meeting your heroes.
Yeah.
And her meeting Maeve, and how Maeve was very kind of bitter, and she had given so many parts of herself away that there was nothing left for anybody.
Yeah.
And Annie was an annoying little shit who was all like, I can fix the world.
Yeah. And she swore that she'd never become like Maeve, but she did, but not anymore. And it's not about a suicide run. It's just about
doing the
right thing, basically, and doing it for as long as you can. Yeah. Even if you don't win, you just gotta do it. What MM was saying to her last week. So it got through. And then Marie says, I don't know about
the meeting your heroes thing.
It's
worked out quite well for me.
Yeah, and her and Jordan and Emma get into the truck.
With all the people.
And drive off to Canada. Yeah. And that's the end of Gen V.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, what the fuck is your blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, they didn't know season 3 wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I've seen an awful lot of people being like, we didn't want Vought Rising, we want Gen V season 3. And it's like, well, then you should have fucking got people to watch it.
Yeah.
Because that's why it got cancelled.
Yeah.
Well,
there just wasn't enough buzz about it. People
not enough people watched it. And I've seen...
Like, would I like to see...
Plenty of people...
Knowing now that there's going to be... Because... Realistically, I was like, oh, it's going to be self-contained, water going to be taken down, and there's not going to be any more soups or whatever. There's going to be no kind of premise for anything past the show. But given that there was no virus, for one thing, so there's no... Because I honestly thought that at least the virus would become a thing, and...
Well, it does. Again,
but like
at the end of the episode,
thing, but that there would be more soups down. I really did think they might have gone that way.
No, because they established how severe and how transmissible it was in the episode where they used teenage kicks and they have to cordon everything off.
Yeah.
The second that's released to any one soup, it's going worldwide.
Yeah.
So they couldn't really, unless they sealed off another room.
Yeah.
Hermetically, they couldn't release the virus any other way than.
But the way I looked at it was Vought controls all these soups, and if Vought is because like, yeah, it was Homelander, but it was also taking down Vought.
Yeah.
And once Vought was gone, there wasn't really going to be a big bad to fight against. And I did really see, because all Gen V season 3, as far as I could see, would be them having to cope with the fact that their school was being shut down. They were out in the world.
Yeah.
They had no proper education in terms of like working normal jobs and shit like that, because they wouldn't have had the big Vought money machine.
Well, also, like you just said, we weren't expecting necessarily Vought to be as big
durable.
as big a continued presence as they are.
Yeah.
And Stan talks about reworking the relationship with superheroes. Basically bollocks. He doesn't want anywhere
Stan
near them.
does not like superheroes.
So, I don't know, you could have had something wherein Gen V season 3 was dealing with that, the last kind of soups out in the world, and how
fallout of everything, and
you could have the soups who went rogue trying to be captured and stuff like that,
and having to register, and would they be done for crimes that Vought would have possibly covered up for?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen Singer wanting to have a Bureau of Soup Affairs.
Yeah, well,
so
that's
he
at the
could
very
maybe
end when he wants to
he
get it back up and running.
He could maybe bring in some of the Gen V people and have them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are things that you could have done with a Gen V season 3. But yeah, there wasn't enough viewership for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows? There might not be enough viewership to have Vought Rising continue beyond the first season. Yeah. But I certainly don't think Vought Rising is the reason that we're not getting a Gen V season 3.
No, because there's already rumours of it. Like, and then you have all we know is that there's possibly a Boys New Mexico.
The Boys Mexico. That's all we know. That's all we know. there is a showrunner attached, but there's virtually no other news.
So they could show up in that. Who knows?
That would be a more likely place for them to show up, certainly, than Vought Rising anyway. Yeah. But anyway, that's all there is of them for now. Over on the Seven side of things and in the White House, President Ashley
is ready
to give a first husband.
Oh, father, their anniversary gift, which is a custom-made ball gag. It's made out of turbine-grade titanium. Yes?
And like Kevlar reinforced straps.
Yeah.
Something like that. But he's not going to be able to...
launch it into the wall past her head.
Yeah.
Because she ain't bulletproof.
Well, not going past her head. She's the one pegging him.
Yeah, but there's different positions. Yeah.
No, I don't know, because I haven't been pegged. But also, there was definitely mirrors involved, because he was giving back Ashley all that eye contact.
Yes,
not front Ashley.
Yeah.
But he's very excited anyway about potentially using this. Ooh. He says he really looked out arranged marrying her.
Yeah. He looks weird with no cape on.
He does, but like
it's weird.
At least he takes it off, so he doesn't have to constantly keep moving it every time he wants to sit down, like Homelander.
Oh, and his security blanket of a cape. That is so funny when his cape rips. When his cape,
he pauses because his cape to look at his ripped cape and gets another hit because of it. Like, he's so obsessed with the cape.
He is. I think it's the first time the cape has ever gotten damage, though.
Well, I don't know about damage, but he tries to fly away in Herogasm, and
he grabs the cape.
Soulja Boy grabs it away and pulls him to the ground. Yeah. Maybe it was a quick tearaway.
It's the second best cape grab of all time.
Yes, Darkseid.
Yes,
Superman. Yeah, that's a great one. But yeah, so he's very excited about it. They sit down to dinner.
Yeah, and back Ashley's not talking to Ashley, and Ashley's a little bit pissed off. So she's kind of delicately probing the waters with her father, trying to find out if she can possibly flip
on his laptop before they sit down to dinner.
He's writing Homelander's Sunday address.
Yeah,
how do you write?
Yeah,
I am God speech.
She takes this maybe as a hint of doubt. And she's like, oh, what's the trouble? And he's like, oh, it's not that. It's just I didn't expect to encounter so much doubt.
Yeah.
And she's like, ooh, opening. But I don't think it is.
No.
And she suggests getting some fancy wine.
That he took from a priest in Immaculate Conception. A pedo priest. Yeah, in Immaculate Conception. He's like, yeah, I do. And she's like, yeah, let's open it. He's like, oh, okay. And he goes off, and that's when I really realised he wasn't in the cape, because he looks weird. He looks like, when football players are running half dressed and they've got the I should say American football players because of the pads.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when she tries to convince back Ashley to talk to her and whether or not she could flip him, and Ashley won't respond because we knew she wouldn't.
Yeah.
And he sits back down and she tries anyway. She's like, oh, so what are we to do with all these doubters?
To help convert them.
Yeah.
She is able, they're very open-ended questions that can be...
Yeah, that she can pull it back the other way. He's like, what do you mean? And she's like, you know what I mean. And he's like, no, I really don't. And then she's like, oh, to help convert them all. I can't remember what his response is, but it's been enough to placate him anyway.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
they clink wine glasses, and
oh god.
yeah, she very nervously says, "Yum." But where Ashley's brain powers are failing her, Sage is about to straight up lose hers.
Yeah, I think it's what Sage kind of always wanted. Like, why else would she go out? She's also the one
that's why she's standing directly in front of her.
No, but when it comes down to the soups that are there, she's the most expendable in the fight.
Yeah, and
if the blast does work,
and probably the one most happy to lose her
powers. Yeah.
But,
I mean, she spends half her time, like, actively trying to remove them.
Well, yeah, especially now, like, so.
Hope she remembered her vibrator. Oh, she is going to get the mother of all STIs.
Yep, she's probably going to get arrested sooner or later anyway.
Probably.
Especially when she's as stupid as she ends up becoming.
Because she's gone to Florida.
Yes, she has.
She's 100% gone to Florida.
Oh, hang on. Where's Harry Potter World?
Florida. Orlando.
And where did Deep think the firecracker was going?
Orlando.
When she's got to a better place.
Oh my god. No. Her and Deep could have had some of the most beautiful idiot babies ever.
Could have.
Oh, they would have
happening now.
Oh, they would have been.
But yeah, no, sorry,
they would have been on cops.
Sorry, it just that just twigged with me now that firecracker's gone to a better place. Where? Orlando, and then when Sage wants to go somewhere better, she goes to Orlando.
It's so sweet. Oh, it's so sweet though, her exit line. I hate Harry Potter, but yeah.
Yeah. But we are getting ahead of ourselves because she baits Kimiko into blasting her.
Yeah, Kimiko sat out in the grave and her and Butcher pull up in the van and she gets out and Butcher's kind of like skulking around watching her.
Yeah.
And she proceeds to bait fucking Kimiko like a dog.
Yeah, well, kind of not really like a dog because that's the point that she's making is that everybody thought that Kimiko was Frenchie's stray, but it was really the other way around, and that she kept stringing him along because she liked him on the leash and she liked the devotion, and when you finally thought that he was going to find somebody else, you then suddenly jumped in and fucked him just to bring him back, and you absolutely used him.
You fucked him around as much as everybody else in his life has ever fucked him around. Was kind of the gist of it. And Sage is really lucky Kimiko just didn't rip her head off.
Yeah, that she went
just
for the
pop, like she actually blasted her. They
were banking on the blast coming first before Kimiko just getting angry enough to like
squish, and she blasts her, and Sage goes flying.
And Butcher comes out
and is like, and then stops her ripping her head off.
Yeah.
And is like, wait.
Soldier Boy's blast works when he's
angry, and we thought you might need a push, so I think we spilled some tea on you isn't the gay euphemism of I'm spilling the tea. I think he actually meant it like we were just literally like the idea of like spilling hot water on somebody to get a rise out of them.
Well, I would hope that was what he meant rather than we were just trying to give you some hard truths.
Yeah, no, because he says no, like...
Because they weren't truths.
Yeah. I think it is like just, we were just...
Just could have just said we were just trying to rile you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one could be taken either way, and if it's taken as
I was like, no, you're not. That's me. That phrase doesn't mean what you think it means.
Yeah, and well, certainly what Sage said to Kimiko wasn't true.
Yeah.
Well, the part of him being the strain that she took in,
Butcher rocking up and going, no tea, all shade, cracks me up.
Well, I mean, it was only last week. Yeah. Hitler on the outside.
Fosse
he was the one who said Fosse on the inside.
And I was like, you know who Bob Fosse is?
I didn't know who Bob Fosse was.
But he also keeps up with the Spice Girls, and I'm sure he adored Becca. And Becca.
So now you were making the case for it being...
You know a load of really, really random shit about things you would never know anything about because of me.
No. What I'm saying is that you are now making the case that he was using that version of...
No, I'm not, but like... It just, but you
need to pick a lane.
Yeah. Shut up.
Anyway.
But yeah, he stops
de-escalates.
He stops her from ripping Sage's head off. Sage is in the background trying to recite Othello, which we know she can do from heart because she used to do it for her granny.
Yeah.
And she can't, and she comes to the realization that she's just as fucking stupid as all of you guys.
She's very happy about it.
She is delighted about it.
Less happy is everybody inside when they find out that they're getting irradiated by Kimiko.
Yeah, they just happen to have a Geiger counter hanging around.
Well, if you're going to test it,
yeah, well, at first they would have kept it from the uranium thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In that situation, yes, you would have a Geiger
Yeah,
counter.
so everyone's getting mildly irradiated.
But it worked.
Yeah.
She has Soldier Boy's powers.
Butcher immediately is like, I always knew you're a weapon, but in my wildest dreams, I never imagined you were like this good of a weapon.
But like...
And like, you're this close to turning her into that depressed fucking self-aware bomb from Darkstar.
Well, but also, that's not true. Because it wasn't never in his wildest dreams. It was his direct fucking intention.
Yeah.
His plan was to give her Soldier Boy's power, so it couldn't have been outside of the realm of his wildest dreams if it was his fucking plan.
I just love the fact that they're all saying they're having this really serious conversation. And
nice callback to Russia, yes, but no.
With Sage sitting in the corner with her backpack.
Yeah.
All excited.
Yeah, well, because they're like, Frenchie's fucking plan worked, and she's like, hey, I did stuff too. But yeah, they having realised that Kimiko's
powers work, they're now like, right, we know what to do. We know exactly where he's going to be. We can get to him. And everyone's like, how the fuck are we going to get to him? And
Butcher mentions the presidential fuck tunnels that not many people know about. And then
they're like, and how are we going to get in there? And they're like,
then
we have all the
says
codes
that he has
stuff.
all the codes from last year.
You're from guarding Singer, from the shapeshifter. Yeah, it's the tunnels that JFK used to see Marilyn Monroe.
I think so,
supposedly.
Yeah.
And they're like, right, we go in that way, we get him during the address, you blast him, we nail the bitch.
I like how Butcher's like asks for everybody's, he's like, are you all, well, not assistance, but he's like, are you all up for one last go?
Yeah.
As opposed to, it's a little small gesture from him. He still make them go if they said no. Yeah. Well, except for Sage, who says no, but he doesn't care.
Yeah, but Sage is no use to him anymore.
Well, no, I mean,
Sage is a hindrance at this point.
Her best plan there was that they should all dress up
in costume, disguises with the big hats.
Oh shit, that's England.
Yeah.
So yeah, when everybody says yes, Kimiko signs something that Butcher doesn't understand.
But it looks cool.
It does look cool, and I was actually kind of hoping it would have been her one line of dialogue from the comics of, I don't like bad people.
In fairness, I think if they were going to use,
very similar
I would have actually really just loved if that had been her only line of dialogue in the entire thing. I loved New Kimiko.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily have a problem with her. I had a problem with some of her dialogue.
I had a problem with some of her dialogue, but I
didn't necessarily have a problem with her speaking, but...
No, because she had found ways of communicating with everybody else as well.
Yeah, she had, but just for character development for her, it was nice that she got her voice back.
No, I just would have liked if that had been like one of her only lines of dialogue.
Well, yeah, I know, I agree with you, but failing that, it would have been nice if the last thing she ever signed, because it is the last thing she ever signs, I'm pretty sure. She signs goodbye later on. But the next to last thing
I don't like bad people.
Yeah, because they could have just had her wave at the end instead of saying goodbye.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only a small thing. I thought that was what they were going to do with it. And then Sage is like, fuck no, I'm off to Orlando.
Harry Potter World.
Wands up, Sage out, bitches.
Yeah, and just marching out the door. She's gonna not make it to Orlando, is she?
Probably not. No. I mean, given the state of affairs at the end of the episode, she's gonna get picked up by the authorities.
Oh, at the very least.
She's not smart enough to avoid them now.
No.
But I will give Homelander this one thing that is a very godly act. And he has truly answered our prayers. And it's how he treats the Elon stand-in that we meet in the next scene.
Oh my god, what is
a god who truly answers our prayers.
Yeah.
He wants to use Starlighters as unpaid labourers
in
his plants. So yeah. And our father's like, so slaves? And he's like, well, no. And then Homelander walks in and he's like, oh good, I wanted to talk to you about white fertility rates. Yeah. So even before we're supposed to think that it's Elon, it's obviously. He's got the stupid hat on.
Yeah.
He's talking about his factories. And then he mentions white fertility rates.
Yeah.
It's Elon.
Yeah. It is really nailed.
Oh, father's like, just get out. We have to talk. You just go over there for a second.
You go wait outside in the garden.
And Homelander's like, who was that? And he says...
he's got some mad name.
It's like Gunther Warren Ellis or something like that.
Something.
I did like Ellis, close to Ellison anyway, but he says the richest man on earth.
He's got like...
Tech billionaire.
He's got like 17 kids. Amateur astronaut.
Yeah, so Elon.
Yeah. Also can't read a room.
Elon. Father explains that he's there because he's head of, or the
he
spokesperson
represents
for
a conglomerate of billionaires
who are the ruling class of America.
They would like to share some of their interests with you. And Homelander's like, well, do they believe? And he's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, these ones we need
them. If we want to take over we need
I
them.
will say that at least, again, and I give another point to Godlander, is he's treating the poor the same as the ultra rich.
Yeah,
he doesn't care how much money they have.
All the same, they just have to believe in him.
He just wants them to believe in him. So at least he's a little.
Well,
bit,
he can just seize their companies.
They are all equal.
Sick the army of lawyers on them.
Well, I think in his case it doesn't matter. You can just kill them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, yes, he might.
This is mine now.
Having their help and assistance might make things more easily, but I can kill you if you don't.
To him, he has federal reserves and all that shit.
Well, Homelander doesn't need money.
Yeah.
All he needs is love, and if you're not going to give him the love, he's going to kill you.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care about billionaire ruling classes. So respect.
Yeah.
And even more respect when what he does after the Deep comes in.
Yeah, because the Deep arrives in.
Yeah.
While our father is also trying to explain that he thinks that they should.
Oh, they should maybe hold off for a little while.
Hold off on it because he's like, you saw Butcher's lab. What if he did recreate Soldier Boy's powers? And Homelander's like, why, you think I'm scared of Butcher? And our father's like, oh, no. I just don't want anything to ruin
your blessed day.
Yeah, your blessed day. And I think we should hold off. Like, we have contingencies and stuff, but I just wanted to go off without a hitch.
He's so good at
and it'll
selling
give me more time as well.
Yeah.
To convert,
do what I do best. Yeah.
Which is
people.
to your message.
Yeah, I think he's to your righteous banner.
Yeah.
Like, he really knows how to sell it to him. But Homelander won't listen.
No, and then the Deep interrupts anyway.
Yeah.
And even father looks at him and is like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's the most probably ballsy the Deep has been. It's the most direct he's been to Homelander. But he's like,
what about the 7?
About the 7. It was the right call, but why don't you make me a crusader?
Yeah,
I can be your fucking knight.
And father is like, I'm going to handle this.
Well, he's like, it's not just this isn't the time, Deep, and he goes, you're not the one to make that decision, Prophet Brohammed.
Yeah, Prophet Brohammed. And Homelander kind of walks away from him. Because father's like, right, I'll handle
after
this.
He pitches the crusade thing.
And he's like, where did you
even hear of the crusades?
Like, did you get it from, let me guess, Indiana Jones?
No, the Deep says he got it from the Bible.
Yeah,
and he's like, well, it's not in the Bible, you fucking moron.
That many things were done in the name of the Bible, but not in the Bible.
That aren't actually in the Bible. Kind of hard to do something in the name of it and then have it in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But he's like, no, it wasn't from Indiana Jones. It was from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, it's so good.
No, father's like, it's not a documentary. He's like, I know. And in the background, we see the truly godly act.
Yes, that is the...
Homelander brings Musk up to space.
Well, he just kind of grabs him. And
he just grabs him and just goes... And we figured what was happening.
Yeah, we were like,
he lands.
Fuck. And then he lands and then he comes back in.
And our father's like, what was that?
What did you just do? And he's like, oh, well, he's an astronaut. I took him into space.
I brought him to space.
So he just left him up there, which is hilarious.
Fucking brilliant. Oh, if only.
And the Deep tries to talk to him again. He turns around and eviscerates the Deep.
Oh yeah, he's like, I have no place for somebody who is so desperate for like the smallest like drop of affection from me. Like I absolutely despise you. And he's like, Deep's
the whole reason I haven't killed you is because I want you to stay alive to see how little I care.
Yeah, I was actually giving him not enough credit. I thought he just didn't care enough about the Deep to kill him. But no, he cares enough that he wants the Deep to know how fucking pathetic he is.
And how little anybody cares for him.
But he doesn't. And he never will.
Yeah.
Because when we next see him, he's crying, and then he thinks that he manages to do some mental gymnastics to think that actually Homelander was just testing him.
It's a test, and I can get back into it.
And then Annie gives him one last chance, and he ignores that anyway.
Yeah, and then...
So, no, he will actually never, ever learn. So that's just one more thing that Homelander wants that he won't get.
Yeah.
Is the Deep realizing how pathetic he is, because he can't. He just can't.
He doesn't have the capacity.
But he does look so incredibly broken at that moment.
Oh, it's like kicking a puppy.
And Homelander just turns around and immediately walks off and starts talking about whether or not the psychics are in place.
Yeah, so he's like, straight away, right back to the broadcast. Psychics are in place. Grand kill. As soon as this all goes down, we separate the wheat from the chaff and bring my holy fire on this place. And I was like, yay, I love the term holy fire.
Yeah, all the non-believers are going to die immediately.
Yay!
How many psychics are they supposed to have?
I don't know. They had, like, there was a fair few pictures up there. So
there was, but you only see really that.
Well, I think they have them. Obviously, everybody's kind of been invited to the churches because all these churches.
Oh, yeah,
are
he says
so
in all the theaters
one
around
in
the country.
every church.
But I mean, even with that, there's going to be you can only test people who are in the church.
Yeah.
And even if every single person was in a church,
so maybe they're just like, well, if I don't know. I don't know how they're going to start it. I think
logistically, there's going to be a lot of people to kill very quickly.
Yes.
And yeah, it's probably not going to. But it's Homelander. He doesn't think through plans.
No, he doesn't.
And also, that's
logistics are not for him.
Well, I mean,
he's the idea guy, not the make it spin.
It's a little bit kind of Handmaid Tale-y as well because he's just planning it for America.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world is just going to have to deal with this. Like, oh, there's a superhero proclaiming he's God in America, but just to Americans. Yeah. This isn't going to be good, is it?
We're just going to sit over here and watch what's going on over there for a while before we intervene. Well,
how could they intervene beyond...
Like, there is other soups around the world. We know that because there was a British superhero. That's Silver Kincaid or whatever.
It was Silver Kincaid.
Yeah, she's British. But, like, it's Homelander as well.
Yeah, probably better they didn't address that.
Yeah, it's a good job he's never watched outside media because I'm pretty sure outside media would not be kind to him.
Yeah, if he's worried about the memes in America.
Yeah, oh good God.
Yeah, just don't look at the international media.
Yeah, especially like fucking the Irish Simpsons memes when they get a hold of them.
Oh, Irish Simpsons fans?
Yeah.
ISF. But after Deep's devastation.
Yeah.
It's time for the boys to arm up.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of stuff, although the crowbar,
couple of guns, and that's about it. And one super powered,
Yumi and the crowbar.
Super powered Kimiko.
Yeah.
Before they go in, Huey wants to let Kimiko know that
she doesn't have to.
Well, she doesn't have to, but that she's not just a weapon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Frenchie loved her the way he did because he saw something in her.
saw her.
You know,
for who she was, and because
he did,
that they all saw her.
They were able to see it.
Yeah.
You know, even if Butcher can't, and just because Frenchie's gone doesn't mean all of that stuff is gone.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's
and
nice.
She doesn't have to do it if she doesn't want to, and she's like, no, come on.
Yeah, and then they go in rather foolishly with
the human
at the front and Huey at the back and the three superpowered individuals in the middle.
Yep.
Great plan, guys.
Well done.
Yeah, and though they go in with blueprints and security access doors, none of them really think to look for sensors or cameras or trip sensors or cameras when we've seen them actively do that at least twice in this season.
Yeah, or utilise them themselves.
Yeah, so half-assed plan, but they've been all about half-assed infiltration plans this season. But then the White House's response is equally crap, so...
Yeah.
But upstairs in the White House...
the beginning of Homelander's address to the nation.
Back Ashley is still being quiet.
Yeah. So Homelander's seated behind whichever desk they're using in the Oval Office, because I believe there's multiple desks.
There is, and they all have fancy names.
Yeah.
And I know none of them.
Yeah, this one gets smashed like matchsticks, so...
Good.
But he's sat there, and they have the teleprompter and everything's set up. Ashley's watching... Oh, Father's stood there.
Yeah.
Homelander's got some white noise going on and he's having flashes of like
it's
Madeline.
Three. It's Madeline, then it's Soldier Boy, and then it's
Ryan.
So yeah, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
The Holy Titty Ghost.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh.
But I think also it's
Sorry,
it's the one who told him to become a god.
The one,
and then the two that matter to him most who have told him he's not a god.
Because he's having a bit of that tuning
out
high boat.
It's him choking out Soldier Boy after the last episode, and then it's him punching Ryan. So yeah, he's still got his doubts, but he launches into his speech anyway.
Well, he nearly stumbles at the very start when he says, "My fellow Americans."
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually amazed that they put that in there because he's never, he's made it very clear since at least season 3, I'm better than you. Like, he does not consider himself.
No, but it is,
I know it's the standard way of opening one of those, is my fellow Americans.
Less standard is the way he talks about Jesus.
Like, you could also
Happy
use,
Easter.
Go old schooly and use one of, Friends, Friends.
Yeah. See? Doesn't work.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Politicians are supposed to be everymen, and that's why you can say things like, my fellow Americans and friends, countrymen, Romans. But he doesn't want any great levelers.
Lend me your ears.
He wants to be above them all. But yeah, he launches into it, and I do quite like this little bit about how the celebration
Easter,
of
the day
Jesus
was tortured and killed.
stripped of his dignity, killed. And that's all very well and good. But you're American.
You deserve a better Jesus.
Just the delivery of that's all well and good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say, it's quite a good speech.
It is very rousing.
It gets a bit wavery towards the end, like the
when
bits
he just be like, I am your father.
No.
The second coming.
Yeah, there's a couple of bits that are when we see like the boys sneaking around underground. And there's a line from Huey about how the fuck tunnels are exactly how he thinks they would have smelled. You can still hear bits of the speech going on in the background. There's one bit after he's said, he is going to be the new God. Yeah. He says something about how you will find that in chapter 2 of the Homelander Bible.
Oh, does he? I didn't miss that.
It's just off. That's what I mean. It's a few wavery bits, but then when they cut back to him.
Like, because it's also cutting between, it's like, you've got the boys coming in through the tunnel, but there's also everybody gathered in the big Vaughty main church thing. Yeah, watching it on the big screen with the big Homelander statue, and the psychics are going up and down, and they have like little tablets with all the seats on them. So they're all, I think, green at the moment. And then as the speech goes on, they start being like, oh no, yellow,
you're
orange,
not believing.
Orange.
Some Secret Service agents come up to... Oh, father.
I'll come up to Ashley and tell her that there's been a breach in the tunnels. Yeah. And she looks to father and he goes, it's all right, it's just Butcher and his crew. We're prepared for this, but take her to the secure room. Yeah. Because she's the president. Because we keep forgetting, she's the president.
Now.
So Ashley's like,
she and off they go. Off.
Yeah, but she gives him the slip very handy.
She does.
Look, I'm sorry. It's good to see Ashley running in heels again. One last skedaddling for her fucking life, because that girl.
Well, she doesn't. She only skedaddles because she hears about what's happening over the radio.
Oh, the shots fired.
As the boys are making their way through the tunnels, there's a door that wasn't on the blueprints, and there's another big door that's not on the blueprints closest behind them.
And they're like, oh shit, and then a load of gun barrels pop down through the roof. Well, it's a noise, a really high-pitched noise.
It's the like soup whistle that they used in Gen V.
Yeah. Well, it's the one that Frenchie developed all the way back in
season 2, that then they ripped off and established.
They're doing that, and then they start shooting. So Annie's protecting Huey. I think Kimiko is
protecting
MM,
yeah.
And Butcher's trying. He can kind of withstand the noise a bit better.
Yeah, he's shooting back, and the two lads are shooting back from beneath the two girls respectively. Really should be Butcher over MM, because Kimiko's not got a big enough frame to cover
MM. Yeah, but
I did see a lot of people giving out about how ineffective of a trap that was. That all they could do was send people with guns and not other soups. And it's like, Vought always send people with guns.
Yeah,
that's what Vought always do.
Vought love shooting the shit out of their soups.
And it never has any effect, but they always send people with guns. It was the same in Gen V.
No, it was slowing them down enough. That's generally like all they're there for until they send in like their own soup or Homelander. Like, Vought guards are there just to be like, not to stop them.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, they were 100% red shirts.
That's Secret Service, but at this point, it's one and the same.
Yeah, well, we never got that Red River.
No, we didn't get that Red River, but they are absolutely one and the same now.
Yeah, they're just there to halt their progress until somebody with superpowers can take care of it.
Yeah.
That's all they've ever been there for. But the person with superpowers that they're expecting to show up is not the one that shows up.
Yeah, it's Ashley, because as you said, she's given her security detail the slip.
Yeah, because she's heard that there's shots fired in the tunnel, and off she skedaddles and through a door and downstairs, and she's running, and she's like, if there was ever a time to fucking talk to me, it would be now. Because she gets to a T-junction, and she's like, which way do I go? And she's like, fuck it, and she goes to run to the left, and back Ashley is like, no,
go to the other
way. And she's like, oh, big time, bitch.
Finally, you judgmental cunt, I think is her line.
And off she scoots. And she gets to the door and she's like, oh, what the fuck is that? And she opens the door and she immediately gets assaulted by the noise as well.
Because she's a soup now.
Yeah, and she's like, what, you going to stand there twiddling your clits all day? Come on. And out they get, and they manage to close the door over, which has amazing sound dampening properties.
It does. Maybe if they're coming, if they are sending other soups to attack them, they'd want that.
Yeah. So out there, they're like, oh god, and they're all kind of recovering, and she's like, oh yeah, great. Homelander's in the Oval Office.
Yeah, you guys go get him. They ask Ashley to help, and she's like, oh hell no, Homelander will rip my tits out through my badge. But you guys will be fine.
She's like, go on, off you go, bye-bye. And they're going off, and she's like, go left.
Go left.
You'll find your way. You'll be fine. And then back Ashley's like, I'm proud of you, bitch. And she's like, right, fucking leg it.
Yeah,
and off she scoots again.
The Homelander is giving his speech this whole time.
Yeah.
Basically, up until Butcher walks in, Homelander's giving his speech. But as you said, he
He's
falters
going off,
at first when he mentions the second coming.
Oh, he's so unhappy with
the second coming. But actually, the first
thing.
coming in a way, because he just can't help himself.
Yeah.
And yeah, he continues on, and
then he gets to father.
He says that towards the end of the speech is supposed to be that he is their father and they are all his children. And he cannot get over it, can't manage to say it, and instead starts launching into a big tirade about how no matter what he does, some of them will never love him and will never believe him, and to those heretics, oblivion and the worst deaths are possibly coming, and blah, blah, blah. He just
drops the entire, mask and is...
You can just see everybody in the theatres as well, just getting...
and, the poor psychics are like, oh shit. That one's gone. It's kind of like Mila trying to do the filing. I couldn't find enough places to hide them.
Yeah. Ryan is watching as well.
Yeah, because it's where,
getting more and more shocked as the speech goes on.
Because he knows his dad is mad.
Yeah, and he knows his dad is ready to declare himself as a god.
And he's watching it because he's like, it is kind of that car crash morbid curiosity of what exactly is he going to say.
Well, also, I think it's probably relevant for Ryan to watch
to know exactly what he's up against.
Curiosity,
yeah. And he's watching this and he's like, oh shit. Because daddy's talking about burning the world down.
He is. He does get interrupted, but we need to catch the rest of the characters up to that interruption. Because when the boys get into the White House proper, they come across the Deep, who's just crying.
Oh, he's crying in a room by himself. And then
I'm guessing he's just been crying the whole time.
It's a test. He sees Starlight and he's like, oh my god, it was a test. Homelander's testing me. I'm going to be like...
Not before Butcher's like, were you having a bit of a cry there, mate? He's like, no.
He's like, it's a test, just like Sean Connery.
It's a test, and he's going to kill Annie, and then he'll be rewarded like Connery rewards Costner at the end of Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
To which Huey's response is just,
you're a fucking
moron.
Wow,
you really are a fucking moron.
And Annie's like, it's okay, guys. I got this.
Yeah, I'll take care of this.
And powers up and body checks him out the window and takes him off.
Yeah, which I assume is what alerts our father to them.
The rest of them being there. The window
Either that or Secret Service have run back and said, sir, we lost your wife.
Yeah, we lost your wife, and then...
But yeah, that our father blasts the door and sends all of the rest of the boys and all of the furniture flying.
Yeah.
They take shelter behind the table, and he says that if they give up Butcher and the girl, he'll let the rest of them go in peace.
Yeah.
But Huey tells Butcher's about to
get up and
tentacle up, basically.
And he's like, no, you need to get Kimiko to Homelander before Homelander fucks off. And Huey's like, don't worry, I got this. And Butcher's like, what the fuck are you going to do? And he's like, well, you got your thing, I got my thing. Yeah. You see that up there? That's whatever the model number is.
Yes, some sort of fire extinguisher.
It's a fire suppression system. Yeah. And he's like, I got this. Shoots it. It's a proper... It could be actually like given it's the White House, it's probably one of those theft deterrent things. Yeah. Very fun when you set them off by accident. Shoots that, sets off the smoke screen, then utilises his wonderful Butcher impression.
Yeah.
Because Jack Quaid does a fantastic Butcher and has been trotting it out at interviews and stuff like that.
That's it there anyway.
And it's about time we actually saw it on the screen.
It's better than his Simon Pegg impression.
It is, and his Simon Pegg impression was really good.
But yeah, I actually thought it was the whole point of it was
I thought he was going to wallop him with the crowbar.
Well, yeah, I thought the whole point of it was
really thought it was going to be crowbar face.
Yeah, well, now he can't use his scream, so let's just take him out immediately, was what I thought it was. But no, it's let's distract him and lead him away.
I really thought it was going to be like, smoke screen, crowbar.
No, I knew the crowbar was being saved for Homelander, but I did think that they were going to just use the smoke screen and then run in and kill him. But no, it's a distraction, and MM and Huey lure him away. Yes. To dispose of him in a very hilarious manner. Yeah,
because they end up in what I figure is Ashley's quarters. And MM, they shut the doors, and Huey's looking around, and MM just immediately...
You just hear MM going, what the
fuck is that? The doors get blasted off by our father and his mighty screech. And as Huey's taking aim and firing, he's emptied out his clip and he's like, oh shit. And father's within about 5 foot of him. He's like, I'm going to pop you. I'm just going to straight up scream your head off. And as he goes to let loose, in comes MM with the ball gag.
Yeah.
And apparently the ball gag is incredibly effective. Way more effective than I think they wanted that ball gag to be.
Yeah. Well, what did she say it was again?
It's turbine grade titanium and Kevlar strapping.
So maybe it's not the Kevlar strapping that's important, and it's just that the titanium was enough to
it looks like he gets it in between the teeth.
Maybe it's just enough to bounce the shockwave back.
Yeah.
And it's not about how tight the straps are around it. Because it's just holding it.
Yeah, because maybe it resonates at just the right frequency
to reflect it back or something.
in.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
whatever
also, mechanics are at work here.
But also through the jaw and stuff.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Through the teeth. Yeah,
whatever mechanics are at work, it makes his head explode.
His head. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah, and Huey gets covered in blood.
I just like the fact that for once, sex toys were involved in a way that didn't completely horrify MM.
Well, it was MM who was using it.
Yeah, and he was like, and he dropped it down, but it was nowhere near like throwing ropes. Or...
Yeah, and it hasn't even been used yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the end of Oh Father.
Yeah, he's just a squishy head.
It was a pretty satisfying end.
I really did enjoy Oh Father. I kind of wish he'd come in maybe in season 4 just so we could have had a bit more of him.
No, I kind of liked it because he's introduced kind of halfway through the run of The Boys, but only in passing in the comics. And then he comes back into it just towards the end.
For the run at the White House.
Yeah, to basically be Homelander's right-hand man in his coup attempt.
Yeah.
So to have him here as right-hand man in Homelander's God attempt, I quite like that. You know what I mean?
No, I would have liked to have had him, maybe not as main in season 4, but support being...
or just more of him in
half of 4,
more of him in this season,
more of him, just to kind of establish him a little bit, to have him be in the universe, so that when he shows up married to Ashley, it's like, oh, you poor bastard.
I thought that they did a good enough job of it because they basically were just like, geez, he took over Samaritan's
I'm just a greedy little pig who wants more of it.
Yeah, so why not give us more of him in season 5 instead of all the flip floppy soldier boy that we got?
I know.
There.
So much soldier boy.
Instead of introducing him, because we got Sage and Firecracker last season as our main new soups. So this season he was our main. Every season they introduce kind of one new soup that they focus on to some degree, and that was him for this season. So no, I'm happy with what we got. Yeah, a little bit more would have been nice, but we get no more of him.
No.
Somebody else that we get no more of, the Deep.
Yeah.
Because after Annie blasts through the window with him, she blasts him all the way to the nearest beach.
Which is a beach I've seen many, many, many people die on.
It's a beach that has been used in this show.
So many things.
I'm pretty sure it's been used in this show a couple of times.
It's been used in
it's where
so
Kevin
many
was
things.
hanging out last week, and I'm pretty sure it's where Lucy dies in season 2. But yeah, it's near wherever they were filming. That's fine. And like, who cares? It could be the exact same beach as the Deep was on. In fact, it probably is, because I'm pretty sure that Xander's still hanging around there. But yeah, Annie has brought him there to plead with him.
Yeah, so like they crash into a crater and she gets up and hops off immediately and like kind of backs up, and he's all like, ugh, what the fuck, and gets up and he confronts her and it's like, you, of course it would be you.
Well,
like
no,
trying
she
to
tries
fight
to
her, and he's
he's trying to fight her, and she's
like backing
saying
up
like, no, look, I don't want to fight. Like, why are you even fighting for somebody like him?
Why? Aren't you sick of it? I know you're terrified of Homelander. And he's like, no, I'm not. And she's like, Kevin, I can see it.
Yeah, you're terrified of him, and he doesn't give a shit about you. Like,
just be done with him.
Yeah,
like, just leave. You don't have to put up with this.
That's when he turns it around and tries to blame it on her. He's like, you and your fucking mouth. Like,
yeah, everything. I had like power and respect and money, and then you came along and fucked it up. It's all your fault. Yeah, and she's like, it's not about me.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's just his delivery of that, so good. Not the best.
No.
Because, yeah, he's like, of course it is. I had this, and I had this, and I had this.
And she's like, no, it's, you made...
Yes, your shitty decisions. You ruined your own life.
Like, you have
to... once.
Yeah, just take some responsibility.
For once in your life, take some responsibility. And he looks at her, takes a big deep breath, and screams, no.
Oh, just the way he did. It's
so
brilliant.
Good. It is the no of a child
and
throwing a tantrum.
And the face on him as well. But it's really funny because it just gave me fucking what was that fucking movie?
They Live.
No, Donald Sutherland.
Oh, sorry.
You know the one, 19 BBC David Griffiths? No,
it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, not. It's the thing that it's the book that was actually the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but the Puppeteers. Sorry, Puppet Masters, not Puppeteers.
No, but I'm thinking of Invasion of the Body Snatchers at the very end where he goes, with the face.
That's. Oh, hang on.
With the scream.
No, I always do that. Donald Sutherland is in both of those films.
Yeah.
And they are both basically the exact same film
but
in terms of plot.
But
that's the one that ends with the
yeah. And it's always, and the thing is, it's the whole reason it's whenever anybody kind of shouts like that, they look like the yups from Sesame Street. You know, the
Yes, yeah. I just the mental journeys you take me on sometimes. Because, for starters, I don't even see how the deep's hilarious no scream reminds you of that bit from that movie.
It's the same mouth shape. It's that kind of no mouth. It just, oh, look, you look like...
So just anybody with a wide open mouth reminds you of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
And then a yup yup.
Like I say, the mental journeys you take me on sometimes.
I love the yup yups, okay?
That's not what I'm questioning here at all. At all. Anyway, Annie beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
She kicks him in the nuts.
Well, in fairness, he is very much trying to kill her.
Well, yeah, they go into a proper fight then, yeah.
Run.
They proper fight then.
Yeah, and she kicks the shit out of him and she punches him right in the throat.
Yeah, well, he gets a couple of good digs in on her.
Shot as well.
I think that's it. He gets a couple of good digs in on her, and then she's like,
no holds barred.
Yeah, do you know what? I can't convince him, so let's just fucking end this fight. Kicks him in the nuts, uppercuts him, punches him in the throat, and then blasts him into the sea. And I reckon, everyone's like, I've seen a lot of people being like, why would she throw him into the ocean? I'm like, probably to give herself some space so that she could like fuck off. Yeah, maybe she doesn't necessarily want to kill him there, and she knows he can't fly.
Yeah, so he has to get out of the water and she can just fuck off. Yeah,
so he's not quick over land.
And he's not really a threat.
And even if he did still have the control of, or the ability to like get sea creatures to do his bidding, not many of them could come onto land from there. And again, they're probably not going to be much of a match for Annie. But I've seen people being like, why did he bring her there to have a fight? And it's like, she didn't bring him there to fight. She brought him there to convince him to not fight.
The smartest thing to do is, and especially if he's like, if he agrees with her and is like, yeah, I'm fucking off, then he can just get in the water and leave. Off.
Yeah, and she blasts him into the water there to put some distance between them, and then she can just fuck off back to the White House. But as it happens, she doesn't need to.
Yeah, because nobody is aware of the fact that the fish hate the deep.
Yep.
And we were like, oh, so they were doing all that stuff just because they actually liked him?
Yeah, so
he doesn't
compel them to do anything.
He doesn't come out. Yeah, they do it because they like him.
Which means that dolphins have risked their own lives.
Yeah.
A whale beached itself. An eel went up somebody's ass. Yeah. All of them did that voluntarily because they think the deep is just such a fucking cool guy.
Oh, he's a hoopy fruit.
But every single sea creature had the level of respect for the deep that he wanted from Homelander.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good enough for him.
No, that was it. If he had like been a little bit smarter.
Just
a touch.
He could have taken over the world.
Oh god, yeah.
Like no shipping ever happens unless it's with the deep say so.
Yeah. Because guess what? Krakens.
Yeah. He controls it all.
Yeah.
But no, he fucked it up because
and in fairness,
he fucks up everything.
Can I just point out, I'm very, very sad that no killer whale appeared at any point during this show.
No orcas?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god, are they too smart for him?
They probably are.
We're not going near Kevin. Kevin gets us
Kevin's
killed.
A fucking idiot. No,
oh my god, did they bully him?
I thought it was a bit weird that they were like justice for Ambrosius. Because how did they know? Although...
It is an octopus.
Have they? Well, I mean...
Well, I figure if there's somewhere, depending on where she is, she's on the East Coast somewhere. That's where Ambrosius is from.
Yeah.
And has family all along there.
She mentioned having family in Nantucket or whatever.
Red octopus. And that is
her family would have known she didn't come back. And he might have had to have given some bullshit story to the sea creatures
happened to her.
saying she died. And now they've realised, that was probably just some bullshit story.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing she was quite important to them.
Unless Noir told them.
Maybe he did as he was swimming down.
It's like, and he killed Ambrosius.
And they do understand English.
Yeah, we know that.
We know that. We absolutely know that.
Because he told him my name.
Yes, because
he told him my name.
Yep. So they all say justice for Ambrosius. Ain't nobody saying...
Say her name!
Ain't nobody saying justice for Timothy.
No! Or the dolphin. I don't know if the dolphin had a name. Or
the one that got shot through the...
Yeah, in season 1. Or that poor lobster.
No, but...
I know he was trying to save that lobster.
None of them had names. Timothy had a name.
Timothy had a name.
Why not justice for Timothy?
Oh, he's praying.
Exactly.
Oh, he's praying.
But yeah, anyway, all of the sea creatures are...
never mind justice for Ambrosius. Justice for the Bering Strait.
Well, yeah, justice for Lucy and justice for the 1.4 billion fish who died.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's saying. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Because he's trying to swim away, and Annie's just stood on the shore being like, what the fuck? Because she can see, like, sharks and shit circling.
Yeah.
She can't see what's coming up from the depths, which is a big-ass fucking octopus.
Now, Ambrosius' big brother.
Yeah.
Comes and
I think
wraps
it's supposed to be, or like...
it's probably a giant squid or a colossal squid. The size of its tentacle.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, this giant tentacle wraps its way around the deep.
It starts to crush him.
And then pokes its top of its tentacle through his head.
Yeah, where it entered, we do not know.
The back of his skull, I'm guessing.
Yeah, where it exited, we definitely do.
Yes. But yeah, he gets killed and dragged underneath, and Annie is left on the shore just going, huh.
Okay.
And the deep doesn't live.
No.
We thought...
He did make it almost the entire way through. I'm very impressed. But he was completely irredeemable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like 100% irredeemable. And like...
In that respect, he's not like the deep of the comics, because the deep of the comics never really does anything bad. He's only ever concerned with money.
Yeah, he's shallow and he's vain.
Oh, he's barely in it, like, in fairness. He's just...
He is very ancillary.
The only things that I can remember the deep actually doing in the run of the comics is...
The Annie...
No, he's not involved in the Annie thing. No, it's
A
A-Train, Black Noir, and Homelander.
He is at Herogasm because there's a really, really funny panel of him with the helmet still on and the cape and no pants.
Yes, but everybody's at Herogasm.
And he's got the butt tan lines.
Everybody's at Herogasm. No, Homelander has the butt tan lines.
Oh, but Homelander has them, yeah. But yeah,
no,
like
the only things that I remember him doing, apart from what you've just said there, him being at Herogasm,
I'm giving out a bit of residuals.
Giving out a bit of residuals
when he's got the little window open.
And when
he's basically doing what Translucent's doing when Translucent's talking about his percentages.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
That's what the Deep does. That's one
thing the Deep does. The only other thing I remember him doing is he goes to deliver a message to Butcher.
Oh yeah, and he just stands there looking all menacing.
Butcher closes the window on him and traps his cape in the window.
Yeah.
And other than that, the Deep doesn't really feature until the very, very, very end when they're trying to relaunch Soups, and
they're like,
their version of Stan is just like, that one's got an erection and that one's clearly the Deep in a white costume. So yeah, he's not like the Deep, and I suppose he did have to die because, as you said, he never learned.
No, it is
never
took
that any chance to
Took
change.
him out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, he really didn't have anything left. Like, he didn't have the Seven, and he didn't have the Seven Seas. And what Homelander wasn't going to kill him, so at least the Sea did.
Yeah, Homelander wasn't going to kill him, and as we saw last week, the public weren't going to support him any longer because he didn't save Pop Pop.
No,
so,
poor old Pop Pop.
Yeah, there was nothing there for him, and I suppose, as I said, it would have been funny for him to just live out his life in misery. We were never going to see that, so we may as well see a death. And
kind of want to see him getting chased by crabs, because that was just like if he would just sing on the shore and the crabs had started like massing and chasing him.
That's a good point, actually, because they
crabs.
said like
crabs, motherfucker.
And how far does it extend?
I don't know, because
if it's crabs, can you do crocodiles and
anything that lives in the water?
Yeah, and if you can do whales, can you do other mammals?
Frogs.
And can you do frogs?
Amphibians.
And all amphibians, or is it strictly sea only creatures? Well, no, he did lobsters.
Yeah, that's
we could speak to them anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could send the crabs after him.
Yeah, and cephalopods.
Crab people.
Taste like crab, talk like people.
So yeah. How far would it have extended?
I want to see the Cetacean Nation's opinion on the Deep.
Well, now it's pretty shit. Although no, I suppose it's just whatever sea creatures like him.
Yeah.
We're just assuming it's all of them, but as it has been discovered that when they don't want to do anything for him, they don't have to.
Yeah, they just ignore him. So it's literally just
whatever sea creatures like him, and nearly all sea creatures do like him.
Yeah, because he's cool to them.
Well, he's the only one who can communicate with them of our species.
And he doesn't do anything to help them at all, ever.
Enough deep thoughts about the Deep. That's his ending, and I think that should be where we end this episode as well. And save the big bash up and all of its consequences for part 2.
Yeah, because this was kind of like the wrapping up of the minor characters.
Yeah.
Whoever still made it.
Everybody who was going to die on the bad side, with one large exception, is pretty much dead now.
Yeah.
And after this point,
culmination
it's just
of other plot lines.
Yeah, it's just wrap up for all of the boys and Homelander.
Main cast,
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we'll leave it, and we will be back in a couple of days with part 2 of the season 5 finale. But as ever, guys, thank you for joining us. In the meantime, if you want, you can head back and listen to our previous episodes or our other podcast, Monorants at the Movies or Death Rants and Metalocalypse podcast. Or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at rantsmono, on BlueSky at monorants, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys. Or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll catch y'all soon. Bye bye.